everyone, welcome to another episode of Learning to Play City Skylines with Rhygar from Rhygar Gaming. So today we're going to carry on with our city, and we're going to need to build some more residential area because we're running short of workers again. And we also need to put in a university somewhere because we need to get some educated or higher educated people. And we're also going to purchase a new tile to add into our city. So remember, the maximum you can buy is 9 tiles, but don't worry, there's a mod that will allow us to buy all of the tiles if we actually want to, which is pretty cool. If you're on console, I don't think you can buy more than 9. I'm not sure, I don't play on console, but you might be restricted just to the 9. So you can kind of expand out in any area. It doesn't have to be just a block of 9. You can expand out, so you could expand more out this way and not go that expanding out this side, or just make a big long line and then a couple of ones on the side kind of thing. So we want to grab, we could grab this spot, but we want to grab this spot here because it's kind of nice and flat, and I think this would be a good area to build up a kind of metropolitan, high density commercial, high density residential area. It's kind of by the river. There's a train track, so we want lots of people coming in and out, and maybe build some touristy sections as well. And then we could get this tile later on, but the reason why I want to get this tile here is that there is some oil in this area over here. So if we bring up our resources overlay, you can see that there's a bunch of oil here, so that will be good to build a little oil industry over here. And because it's close to the train tracks, we can transport our goods by train, because when we hit the next level, so when we hit small city, which is a population of 11,000, we get access to a train station to bring passengers and a cargo train terminal to be able to transport cargo in and out of our city. So that if we have a cargo train terminal, that reduces the number of trucks on the highways and on our roads, because it'll all be funneled into your cargo train. And then once we get access to the rail network, we can then extend the rail network into our city where we want to go. So we don't want our forestry industry to use trucks to transfer all the cargo down to our train station over here, because it's a long way to go. So we can just run a train track up here and have a cargo station up here somewhere, which would be kind of good. Right, so eventually we want to buy the square over here. And we also want to get down to the river over here so that we can build a harbour which will allow cruise ships to come in and dock, and also cargo ships as well. But that's still quite a while away off, so we're going to work our way towards that. Alright, so if you remember, we started to empty one of our landfills, and you can see, I'll just start the game running again, so you can see that this is now completely empty, right? So it's completely empty, so now we can bulldoze that, and that will get rid of that particular landfill, and then we can tell the next one to start emptying. So let's empty that one. I tend to do it just one at a time because I don't want to overload my incineration plants. How are they going anyway? So that one, yep, so it's got a 315,000 unit reserve, so that's how much is stored, and it can do 400,000 units, so that's pretty good. That one's pretty good as well. That's still good. That's still good. So you can see that they're all quite close to the 400,000 limit, so we don't really want to empty both landfills at the same time because it might overwhelm our incinerators. You could add some more incinerators if you wanted to. Alright, so what I need to do is expand out this particular area here and add some more residential area to that. So I'm going to do that and speed it up for you so that you don't have to watch me painstakingly do it. Alright, so our residential area is filling up nicely. Put a bit more commercial area as well, and that should do quite well. So you want to regularly keep building residential areas, because when people move in, they move in at a certain age, and if everyone moves in at the same time, then when they get to the end of their life and they die, everyone dies at the same time. So this is called a death wave, where you've got a whole bunch of citizens at the same age and they get to the time when they die, and then you don't have enough people to fill in when they die, and then you get a whole bunch of not enough worker errors and all that kind of stuff. So you want to keep building your residential areas regularly, not like I've been doing, because I've been kind of concentrating on explaining certain things, but you want to try and keep doing that yourself. So you'll see that we have a whole bunch of workers required symbols. Again, don't worry, as we get workers coming in, if you look at our unemployment rate, it's at 4%, so that's going to keep increasing, which will be good. Alright, so we do need to check some of our other things. I don't think we've done many parks and things recently, so we need to check our park situation, which will increase the happiness of our citizens. So if we go down to landscaping, parks and plazas, and we can add various things in. So if you look at one of them, the main thing is look at the pollution level. Is there any pollution from this particular park or plaza? What's the noise pollution? So you don't want too much. Around 50 is okay, but not more than that. And what the entertainment value is. So the higher the entertainment value, the more happy your citizens will actually become. So it'd be quite nice to put in some tennis courts and basketball courts around the place, and maybe down by the high school might be kind of good. Can't go up that way. Can go that way up to there. Going to lose a building, but that's okay. Oh, you can see we've got a whole bunch of death symbols. So if we look at that and then go to here, it says a dead person is waiting to transport, probably because our cemetery has become full. So let's check our cemetery here. Yep, so you can see our cemetery has now become full, which means it doesn't send hearses out, so there's no one going around picking up the corpses or the dead people, and then eventually that will lead to pollution and disease, which is not a good idea as well. So if we go back to healthcare, we don't have access to a crematorium yet, so we'll need to build another cemetery. And cemeteries are kind of nice as well for people that don't want to send their loved ones to a crematorium. So we could probably put one. Oh, let's put it. We should put one in the new area, right? That would be kind of nice. We don't want to put it next to a high school. That's probably not a good idea. All the children going to school next to a cemetery. Actually, no, the slope is too steep there, which is annoying. Can we stick it down here somewhere? We could put it there. Let's do that. Sweet. Is the power still good? Yeah, the power's still good. Actually, we don't need that one there now. Sweet, so that's not going to now send out some more hearses, and they will go around and start to pick up all the dead people, which we don't want to have to worry about. So yes, we were going to put in a basketball court or something, so let's go back. In fact, this one is already kind of light blue already, which is its high setting, but it's kind of nice to have something by the high school, right? So let's put a basketball court. Cool, we can fit that in right there. Sweet, and that will give us a little bit on this side as well. And can we fit a tennis court in there? We can, might as well, what the hell. Sweet, so that way our high school students can have a game of basketball and game of tennis whenever they wish, which would be kind of cool. Cool, alright, so where else do we need some parks and plazas? Just look for the areas which are red, and that means we need some more, right? So let's just mix things up. Let's put a plaza with picnic tables. Maybe one there. Sweet. Alright, those all light up nice blue. Cool. So these ones aren't getting that much entertainment, so we want something small in this area. So, oh yeah, what about a bouncy castle park? That's reasonably smallish. And we can fit that in right there. Cool, so those all come up a nice blue colour. So let's have a look. We've got a large playground. We could maybe stick that over here. It's quite big. Sweet. What else have we got? A plaza with trees. Let's stick that one. You can hear them all leveling up now, right? All the bing bing bings, because they got more access to entertainment and so on, which is kind of cool. Let's stick that one there. That will help them. So you can't really tell what's stopping buildings from leveling up, but there is a mod that we'll look at later on that will help us to overcome that particular problem. But you can see all the leveling up that's going on, which is really cool. Once we start to put some more parks and things. We probably need something around here as well. Let's put in a basketball court for some of these people to play b-ball. Stick one there. Sweet, that all lights up nice and blue. Cool, we need something in this area. A dog park, nice. So let's stick a dog park here. Cool, and we should probably stick one on this side. So let's put something else down there. A park with trees. Oh, that's really big. Actually, we could fit that. There. Awesome. And we've got a bit of a spot here which we need to fill. So maybe let's do a bouncy castle park again. So you can put the parks and things in before you put in all your residential and stuff. I like to do it later on because then it gives me an idea of the coverage and which buildings aren't blue yet. So that's the way I like to do it. But of course you can do it any which way that you prefer, which is perfectly fine as well. Let's check out our population situation. Unemployment is 5%, so it's growing up a little bit, which is good, which means that all of these workers will hopefully be filled. So we need some parks in this area over here, and also as your residential buildings level up, it means they can have more people living in them, which is kind of cool. So Japanese garden, that would be quite nice in this kind of upmarket type area out here, which is kind of cool. So let's maybe put that. Actually, where are our bus stops? We should put it close to a bus stop. Oh, there's one right there. So we want to put it there. Sweet. So that's one there. Small playground. Let's try that one. Stick that over here. Cool. What else have we got? Small park. Let's put that. Oh, that's quite big. Even though it says small park, that one's quite big. Let's do another dog park. We don't have one in this area out here. Let's put it on the corner here. Sweet. Oh, carousel park. We haven't got one of those. Let's stick one of those in. Sweet. There's one there. Let's stick one out this side as well. Right there. You can hear all the bing bing bings going off as all the houses start to upgrade, and we probably need one in here somewhere. Oh, let's leave that for now. We'll come back to that. Alright, so those are all leveling up, which is really nice. Got a lot of abandoned buildings. That's because of the death situation. But you can see that the hearses are starting to pick those up. You can't get rid of a cemetery if it's got bodies in it, so you can't destroy that. I guess if you want to cheat, you can use the move it mod to move it. And I think the move it mod will actually let you destroy it as well, probably. But we'll just leave it there, because I mean, the citizens want to visit their loved ones in the cemetery as well, right? So we don't want to discourage them from actually doing that. Alright, so let's check out our other situation. So the trash situation is pretty good. So we don't need to worry about the landfill capacity because we've got our incineration units, and we can process a lot more than what our citizens are producing, so that's really good. Traffic is excellent, 92%. Everything is moving nicely. There's only a couple of red patches, but that's just because there's a lot of traffic there, which is really cool. The sound is not too bad, so that's going pretty well. Crime rate is okay, it's very low, which is awesome. Population, as I said, is pretty good. We'll just need to, there's a small demand for residential again, which we'll need to do. Education, we haven't checked this in a while. So we've got 852 elementary eligibility at 900 capacity, so we don't really need any more elementary schools just yet. High school, well, we've got plenty of capacity, still got a capacity of 1,000. Oh, but we need a university. Alright, so we need to put a university in, and we want to put a university close to a metro station, because that way people can take the metro to the actual university itself. So let's just see where all our metro stations are. So got one there, got one there. Oh, so we've got one over here, and we've got quite a bit of unused space around here, right? So that would be a good place. Oh, that's the farming area. I don't really want a university in a farming area, do we? Where are the other metro stations? Don't want it smack in the middle of our new residential block over there. But we don't want to put it here because that's our industrial area, so that would be annoying. Alright, so welcome back. So I've put the university in this area. I've leveled all of this area in here just to make it kind of level. I'm not sure whether I will actually put some commercial area in here. Maybe we'll just leave it and then we'll fill it in with some parks or things like that a bit later on. But anyway, for now I've put in a bridge, a pedestrian bridge over here, so that people can get from down there up to there, which is kind of cool. We might want to just slope that out. So if we go that node, so we're using the move it mod here, that node, and then if we go slope, do we get a nice, there we go, get a nice slope going down to there. So if you haven't used the move it mod before, I explained how to use it in one of my previous episodes, so you can just look through my playlist and you'll be able to find it there, as well as using the traffic manager mod. So I'm just going to change the lane hours here to give us a dedicated turning lane here. So again, if you haven't used the traffic manager mod before, then I highly recommend you go and watch that in one of my episodes. It's a very, very useful mod to have. Sweet, so we've got our university. It's next to the metro station, so it's going to be very well used, and it's going to be easy for students to get to a university using the metro, and they can also use the bus system as well, because there's a bus stop right there. So if we look at our education area, so we go to the university, we've got a capacity of 4,500, and we've got an eligibility of 2,929, which is really good. So that's not how many people actually in the university, that's how many are eligible out of our population. So at the moment, one university is enough. You can have multiple universities in the same city. If you click on your university, then that will tell you how many we got. So we've got 508, 511, 510, 512, so you can see the numbers jump around a bit, but roughly about 500 students are currently attending the university. So that will be limited by the number of people coming through your high school system, because you have to get through high school first before you can get to university. You have to get through elementary school first before you can get to high school. Alright, so that's really good. Alright, so I think we should just double check all of our transportation lines again, just to make sure that they have enough vehicles on each one. So let's go to our lines overview. Alright, so we've got our bus lines, so let's click on this line here. Oh, we didn't, what happened? Oh, that's right, we deleted them all, and then now we need to rename them. So we'll call this the Yoda line. And this can be the Skywalker line. So we deleted all of these in a previous episode, but we didn't rename them. So let's have a look at this one. So the buses are mostly pretty well used. There's not a huge number of people waiting. So I think that number of vehicles is still perfectly fine. So let's go to the next one. So for this one, again, not many people waiting. The buses are pretty reasonably used, which is good. So that's got enough people. This one here, yep, again, that's pretty good. Pretty good usage of our buses, not many people waiting, so that is excellent as well. So let's go to our metro station and look at our metro line is going up quite a bit from last time. So let's check this one here. So not too many people using this particular line. So which is this line? It's the pink one. So that's the anti-clockwise one. So we could actually drop that down to one vehicle, couldn't we? Yeah, let's do that. Drop it down to one vehicle. People can wait a bit longer. That's perfectly fine. Alright, let's go to the next one. The data line. Again, we could probably drop that down to one vehicle because it is actually quite a long distance. But I think, yeah, we can drop that down to one line. So let's do that. Sweet. Then we'll do the Rhygar line. Yeah, I think having two vehicles is quite good because see this stop here is producing lots of people very quickly. What stop is that anyway? That is our connection between the farming line and our second residential area, so that's being very well used. So I think two's a good number for that. Let's go to the next one. The Picard line clockwise. So that's the most heavily used one, the Picard line clockwise. Again, good number of people on the vehicles, and there's a good number waiting, so there's no huge waits for people, so two is enough for that one as well. Alright, well that's it for this particular episode. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Oh, look, before we go, we've got another trash which we can destroy now because it's been emptied out. Yay, get rid of that. And then we've got one more landfill to go, and we can start to empty that. Sweet. Alright, so there we go. We've expanded our city a bit more, added some more nice residential area in, added our university, which will help our education situation. You can see all the not enough workers and abandoned buildings have all been rebuilt now. Oh, are we missing some power, are we? Oh, we don't need that now because it's all interconnected, so we can get rid of that. Yay. Sweet. Alright, well that's it for this episode. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, it's okay to give me a thumbs down. I don't mind. If you have any constructive criticism or feedback, then please make them in the comments. I would really love to know what you think. If there's anything I haven't covered which you'd like me to cover, let me know as well. And if you like my content, then please subscribe. It just helps my videos to get noticed by more people through the YouTube algorithm. And hopefully I will catch you in the next episode.